It is difficult? You find it to be difficult?
I would say so. I haven't had family members work for me directly, but I have heard experiences from other business owners when they hire their family members, it doesn't work out, and there's just hard feelings, and it's not the same. Their relationship is not the same after that incident.
Yeah, it spills to all other areas, no? Like emotional relationships and all that stuff, and backbiting.
Yeah, very emotional.
Yeah, and talking bad about the other member of your family after dinner and all that stuff. I think it's very difficult. When you were talking a few minutes ago about the growth, the scaling of your business, you have HR people, you have all the administrators and people that help you to run the business. How organized are you, and how important is to be organized to run your business?
I think you have to have that organizational quality, because if you, let's say, lose your notebook or you lose your paper where you wrote down your notes from an interview you had that day, that will be detrimental to your business, because what if it was a great interview? So you have to be very organized in keeping your files together, keeping your audit paperwork, or if you have contracts, keeping that in order. And right now, I am currently working on selling my company, and they've asked me for so many paperwork, so many things that have to be very organized to be able to provide them all the information that they need, financials, contracts, things like that.
So you are in an exit mode at this point?
Yeah, I'm currently looking at selling my company. So it's been around for about 10 years, so I think it's time for me to move on to my next venture. And I have 2 startups that I'm working on right now currently.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that, and hopefully you let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have 2 ventures. So one of them is called the Abbott 64. It's an event center for weddings and quinceañeras, and that's hopefully in Tucson I'll be able to open that. And then the second venture that I'm working on is called the Sure Healthcare Group of Arizona, and it's also working with disabilities, but more of the older generation, to be able to provide nursing and home health services for them.
That's great. That's great. So now that you're working on startups, what's the secret for a startup?
The secret, I would say 3 cups of coffee in the morning before 10.
So keep you going, huh?
Yeah, I just have it in me. I don't know what it is, but I just have that drive and motivation. 3 cups of coffee, and I think I could do it all.
Yeah, because a startup is very difficult. I mean, you have an idea, you put it to work. It's so tough, and so many people doing that.
Yeah, and it can go so many ways.
So many ways, absolutely, absolutely. So what would be your best advice for young entrepreneurs?
My best advice for entrepreneurs would be, I guess, to choose a business partner wisely. So I say that because I feel that business partners can sometimes be the kiss of death.
You're right.
So maybe you think that you need someone else to provide the money, or someone else to provide the leadership or credibility. Maybe someone else helped you with the idea, and you feel like giving them a chance to be your partner, or that somebody's skills or resources to help you execute your vision is somebody else's. So you kind of feel entitled, or maybe an obligation to have them on as your business partner. However, I feel that the real reason why most entrepreneurs get into business partnerships is a lack of confidence. But because of all those things, a lot of business partners don't choose business partners wisely. So what I would advise is to make sure that you really need a business partner to make your new venture succeed. But I promise you're going to be okay, even if you do it by yourself. If you aren't confident in some sort of skill, hire somebody. It'll be okay. I promise.
Yeah, that's so wise, because sometimes we are afraid, and for fear, we talk to someone to help us. But it's not because we really need that person. So I would say, if you don't feel you can do it yourself, don't do it. Because, I mean, to call someone to help doing something that you can do it by yourself is stupid. You're going to be splitting the profits in 2 or whatever, percentage, but definitely it's going to be, something that is going to be negative in your growth.
Yeah, and actually 70% of partnerships break up. So, I mean, if you think you need a business partner, why don't you just hire him on the side to do something for you? That way, like you said, you're not giving them half of your profits.
That's so wise. First time that I hear that. That's interesting. So tell me, is there a person or figure beyond your family or relatives that you admire the most in the world?
I'd say I look up to two people right now in my life. I would say it's Claudia Zanes and Laura Oldacre. Claudia Zanes owns a law firm, and Laura has several home care businesses going on, and I look up to them a lot. They've been in business a lot longer than I have, so anytime I can get them to go to dinner or lunch, I pick their brains like you wouldn't believe. So I really do look up to them, and I feel that they've made mistakes along the way, and they could teach me a few things to be successful in my journey.
That's so nice as an attitude, because we sometimes as a business people are arrogant, and we don't want to talk to somebody else, to ask. And people that are successful many times are open to share their experience and give advice, at no cost, which is great. At least you pay the tab, lunch, coffee, whatever. Yeah, but that's very inexpensive, So it's good to talk. It's good to ask. It's good to have mentors or people that you look up to and you can ask any kind of questions. And what a blessing if they can answer that questions and give you the response to your concerns. I mean, that's a blessing, correct?
Yeah, they're a blessing to me. They're great friends as well.
Yeah. Is there a habit beside the 3 cups of coffee daily? Is there a habit you have that considered fundamental in your personal growth and that it helps you to deal with the pressure of daily life?
A habit, I would say it'd be running. Whenever I'm stressed out or I can't figure something out, I go running, and I feel that my idea juices start flowing when I start running. So that's what I do to clear my mind and get ideas.
That's great. If you have a huge billboard in the city, so open for you to paint a message on it or to put a message on it, what message would you put on it besides your business name, of course?
I would put, be kind. I feel that a lot of kiddos that I work with disabilities don't really get that very often. A lot of people aren't kind because they're uneducated in these disabilities. So that's all I would put, literally, be kind.
Yeah.
Be kind to my kiddos.
Yeah, that's so important. And I was thinking also, what's the best or the most important lesson you have learned from your clients, the children with disabilities?
I would say just to have me as a parent spend more time with my children, not be on my iPad or my iPhone when I get home or on my computer. Just sit there and hang out with them. Because during our therapy sessions, we usually don't use iPads or anything like that very often, and that's all the kids want. They want to learn from their parents, so literally just sit there and play with your kids and get off your iPhones.
Right. Are you proud of yourself?
I don't think anybody's asked me that before. I would say, yeah, I think I'm proud of myself. I think I've done a lot of things along the way that I'm really proud of, especially to be able to help out the disabled community.
Yeah, I would be proud also. What's success for you?
Let's see. I think just to go home at night and be able to feel like you did something during the day that you made a difference for and actually help somebody out. And it was a successful day with no issues, and that's it. It actually doesn't have to do with money. I feel like if you have that sense of accomplishment, I think that would be what success means to me.
What's money? What's the definition of money for you?
Money. Let's see. Money is just something that you exchange for to get goods. But money, to me, doesn't really mean what it would mean to another person. I would rather feel accepted. I'd rather be successful and feel like I accomplished something at the end of the day than have a ton of money. That's just my personality. I want to feel like I accomplished something.
Interesting. I mean, I have the opportunity to talk to many people in the show and, of course, outside. And some people are desperate for money because they cannot pay the bills. So that's the priority in their lives. When you get to a certain position and you are, I would say, I use the word lack enough, but it's more than lack. To be successful requires
change.
More than lack. Yeah, priorities change, and you have another vision because you have the opportunity to look to other things, and that's the benefit of having money, to be able to do things that you can, enjoy or help others or invest your time doing things that are really important for you, so it's something like that. But what would be your message to close this conversation to entrepreneurs, women, men, people that are listening? What would be your message?
A message that I would give would be to fail often, as fast as you can. I learned that in my MBA class, my MBA program. And because the faster you fail, the faster you'll know how to fix things and be successful in the end. So it's okay to fail. You'll only learn your lesson and be able to propel yourself forward to make your business successful and grow and make a difference in people's lives.
Awesome. So important and so true. Rebeca, what a pleasure talking to you. I'm very happy to be able to meet you by phone and learn from you, and what you were doing for these last 10 years is great, and I'm sure that your next ventures are going to be also very successful.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, and thanks for having me on your show.
If you want to learn more about Milestone Pediatrics, go to milestoneaz.com. Thanks so much for listening to our show this week. If you want to find out more about our podcast, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at ComoLoHizo, or visit our website at ComoLoHizo.com. Please subscribe to our show on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you listen to your podcast. If you want to reach out to comment or suggest a topic, please email hello@ComoLoHizo.com. This show was produced at the iHeart Studios in Los Angeles. I'd like to thank our producers, Fernando Alejandro Schiantarelli and Amelia Machiavello, and Annie Siderovich, our general producer. Cómo Lo Hizo is a co-production from Premier Radio Network and Crece Grow Media. I am Fernando Schiantarelli. Thanks again for listening.